Today I'm filming the 2020 Jeep Gladiator, but we're going to take a look under the hood here of the Gladiator. Like I mentioned in one of my previous reviews, anyone can come off the street and just take a peek underneath your hood here, because Jeep doesn't have it that you can only open the hood from the interior. So anyone, like I mentioned, can just come off the street and just take a peek underneath the hood here. But open up the hood, this does have a pop rod here. This has the company's 3.6 liter Pentastar V6. It makes 285 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. At distances, it weighs around 4,600 pounds, and you can tow 4,500 pounds when you equipped it right. Fuel economy numbers are 17 in the city, 22 on the highway, and 19 combined. So it does get very good fuel economy numbers. But Jeep is going to be putting the Eco Diesel in the actual Gladiator, because they offered on the JL Wrangler, which makes 260 horsepower and 442 foot-pounds of torque. So that's a very torquey engine. But looking here at the front fascia, once I close the hood here, the same way I just opened this hood, anyone could do so. So if I was you guys, I'd park this in in your driveway or in a garage or somewhere to keep your engine protected. This has, looking at the front fascia, this has the company's 7-slot grill here. I like the mesh finish. My Tester is missing the front-facing camera, so it's kind of missing a little options here and there. Also, it's missing the steel bumper here. It has this plastic bumper, so you can't put an aftermarket winch, only if you option in that actual steel bumper. There's some red tow hooks here. These LED lights are going to be a part of an LED package. They're actually really bright. An LED hello daytime running light, which is inside the actual headlight module. An automatic low and high beam. Your LED turn signal is going to be on the side fender here. My Tesla does have LED fog lights here, lower part of your bumper. Like I mentioned, this plastic bumper does make the Rubicon look a little cheap, in my honest opinion. So if I was you guys, I would spec up the actual steel bumper and add in that front-facing camera. And it does have an actual washer on the end. So what do you guys think about the actual Jeep Rubicon? Like I mentioned, I reviewed this vehicle already, but I think it's a nice, attractive pickup truck. And it's one of the most expensive pickup trucks in the actual lineup. It can touch almost $60,000, but I know some Jeep dealerships are actually taking off sticker or MSRP. I like the heat extractors here. There's some pop-ups here that I think you actually can fold the windshield down. Like I said, this is a Jeep. You guys can do anything. Take the windows off, the hard top. My Tesla does have the actual hard top, but let's look at the side profile of the Jeep Gladiator. In the side profile of the Jeep Gladiator, looking here, there's this Rubicon sticker here. Your Jeep and Gladiator name, which is here on the side fender. These tires, these are a 285/70 width tire. They're wrapped in a 17-inch rim design. I like the alloy finish and also this 5-spoke rim design. These are some beefy tires. These are all-terrain tires. So my Tesla does have the Fox shocks, which is about a 2-inch lift. The wheelbase for the Gladiator is 137.3 inches long with an overall length of 218 inches. So this is a little bigger than the Ford Ranger, and also I think the Chevy Colorado, and a 5.5 foot bed. So you can put some stuff back here. In my Tesla, you can also remove the actual roof panels up here and doors, because it's a Jeep and there's a lot of versatility that you can do with this vehicle, and especially if you're taking it off-road. But let's look at the rear of the Jeep Gladiator. The rear of the Jeep Gladiator, looking at these tail lights, they're full LED with an LED turn signal, an LED reverse light with an LED brake light. There's some red tow hooks here, just in case you were stuck or you were in a mud pit or something like that. These red tow hooks would be visible to the eye to see. There's some LED lights here for your tag. The tow hitch receiver, which is here, you can tow around 4,500 pounds, properly equipped. The Jeep name here with a stand-up backup camera, which shows a nice resolution inside the cabin. We let down the tailgate here is a damp tailgate. And of course, you guys know that I love spray-on beds because it will last however long the truck will last. This is like a 5.5 foot bed, if I'm not mistaken. There is LED lights in here with some tie-down hooks. The spray-on bed is a part of an option, and I highly would recommend getting the spray-on bed because, like I mentioned, that plastic stuff that they normally give you from the manufacturer, that rips and tears over the time. But hop into the interior of the Jeep Gladiator. I'm sitting inside the 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Looking at this interior, it's a nice interior. I like that it has the red accents, but closing the door here, door sounds nice and solid. The materials in here are going to be a soft touch ejection molded plastic. This aluminum door handle here. Your mirror controls are going to be here on the door panel. Your lock controls down there. This armrest is going to be slightly padded, but it's a little hard in certain spots. Nice grab handle here. Some additional storage down there. Your headlight control fixtures are here. Your dimmer switches. This is a manual tilt telescoping wheel. It does have a little bit of good adjustability. I like the 3-spoke wheel design, but to start up the Gladiator, just put your foot on the brake and press the start stop button here. As you can see, it do a nice sweep of the gauges. You have your Rubicon logo, which shows in this LCD display there. You can cycle through this LCD display with this pad here. It can show your different things like your trip computer, what you've been averaging, how many miles into empty. Your phone commands, your voice commands are going to be here. I like the red stitching that you get on this particular trim here. Nice leather wrap steering wheel. I like the 3-spoke wheel design, adaptive cruise control, your distance pasting as well. So this does have Jeep's active safety sense with the rear cross traffic alert. Looking here, part of your dashboard is nice leather material with the red stitching. Does continue throughout the whole theme of this cabin. A nice storage compartment here. This Uconnect system, which is an 8.4 Uconnect system, is part of a $1,600 option, which honestly I would get because I think the Uconnect system is a really good system in the actual industry. It's really fast, it's snappy. You have the option to drag and drop different functions, or like, for example, you guys seen me do this plenty of times in other videos. You can put all your hotspot connections in one screen, or your climate controls in one screen. However you would like to or have your thing set up, you can definitely do so. Looking down here at the center stack here, front and rear defogger, a heated steering wheel, heated seats. Surprised to see that Jeep didn't offer cool seats with the price tag of this vehicle. Big knobs here for your volume and tuning knobs, also for your fan speed. Stop start, you can turn it on and off. Stability control, you have a mute button for the radio. Your hazard switch, parking sensors, and this is for your select. You can set this basically like hill descent. Turn the screen off as well with the click of a button. Your media flap, which is here, or media port. You have a USB-C, USB port, and aux. And your window switches is only expressed down for the driver and passenger, but not express up. So kind of surprised to see that Jeep didn't offer express up, express down. And you can also take the doors off, and also this hard top here, just pop the little latches there. But I think it's like you can do it with a one-person job, but I would recommend doing it with someone else just to make it a little easier to do. Your controls are going to be up here for your assistance, also for your SOS. This frameless mirror, which I think is nice. Surprised to see that there's no rear view camera mirror that Jeep has to offer. A 12-volt, which is here. Looking down here is for your front and rear locking differentials. You have off-road mode, your sway bar connection. This right here is if you're off-roading. You have a 2-wheel high, 4-wheel high, neutral, and a 4-wheel low. This thing is really hard to switch into different gears, so you have to like manhandle it and put it however you like, and you can do that. So if you have a lot of strength towards it. But this house is the 8-speed automatic transmission. Putting the Gladiator into reverse here. That has a nice resolution backup camera with trajectory distance markers. Also, you do get rear parking sensors. There's a manual mode. Kick it over here to the left. You can cycle through those 8 different gears. 8-speed automatic is a really good transmission. 2 cup holders here. This is for your phone. You can rest your phone here. A traditional handbrake. You don't really see that in a lot of modern day cars. The console is nice and padded. 2-level storage in there. There's a deep amount of storage in the second compartment. Once you open it, a USB port is in there with a little LED light in the inside. These seats are part of a leather package, which is around $1,400. I like that it has a Rubicon name inserted. They're manual seats. They're not power seats, so you have to do everything manually. Of course, I like the red inserts here on the actual dash. This is the old handle. You know, a lot of people say it's the old crap handle, whatever you want to call it, just in case you're bracing. You want to hold on to this if you're going over like some sharp rocks or whatnot. The glove box here is damp, but it's not lined with felt. It's a tiny glove box. This interior here is really small, but if you're over 6'1", you'll feel a little claustrophobic. I'm only 5'8", and it feels a little small in here, but at the same time, it feels a little airy. I could kind of reach over and touch the passenger door, but I'm kind of off by like a good 1 to 2 inches. But overall, this interior is really nice. The materials are really nice as well. But let's hop into the back seat of the Jeep Gladiator. So get into the back seat of the Jeep Gladiator. Unfortunately, my Tesla doesn't actually have running boards, but they do give you this grab handle to hoist yourself up into the vehicle. But once you're back here, you have a nice step-in height. But closing the door sounds nice and solid. The materials are going to be a hard touch plastic. 2 mat pockets here, rear air vents. Your window controls are going to be down here with 2 USB ports, 2 USB-Cs. I like how it has this nice aluminum strip across on the actual flap here. This is a 115 household outlet, 2 cup holders. The floor is not flat, but you can kind of fit 3 full-size adults back here. If they're over 6 feet tall, of course you can remove these hard top panels here. You can also take the doors off, like I mentioned in the front seat there, and put in this little tab here. There are 2 cup holders. If you're looking for additional storage, you can lift the seat up here and Jeep does give you some underfloor storage. And I think the dealer is a dealer option, if I'm not mistaken. You can get a cover over the top, so if you have some valuable materials, you can have it locked away with the key. But let's take the Jeep Gladiator out and see how it performs. So starting off in the 2020 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon, this vehicle competes against the Ford Ranger, the Chevy Colorado, and the Toyota Tacoma. So it does have some really good competitors to compete against. And the Gladiator is the most expensive mid-size pickup truck you can buy. This truck could touch almost $60,000 basically compared to the other competitors in this segment. Jeep is saying that they're going to have a eco diesel version of this, of the Gladiator, which will make around, I think they may up the horsepower, or they may keep it the same that's in the actual the JL Wrangler, which makes 260 horsepower and 442 foot-pounds of torque. So I'm not sure if they're gonna, basically because the horsepower in this is 285. So if they put the eco diesel in here, I think it should make a little bit more horsepower compared to what it has in the JL Wrangler, which only has 260. But I'm gonna do a slight acceleration run really quick. Mind you, this truck weighs around 4,600 pounds, so you're not going to be running any drag races. I'm going to do a slight brake torque, and it does have the automatic start-stop. I want to say 0 to 60. I didn't do the full 60, but I want to say 0 to 60 maybe in the high 7 to 8 second range. It does pick up speed really good, but I know with the Eco Diesel, I drove that in the Ram 1500, but that powertrain is really torquey because it has a lot of low-end torque. And Jeep says you can tow around 4,500 pounds if you get the Jeep Gladiator. Visibility in here is really good. You have this upright window. These side mirrors, they're a decent size. Blind spot monitoring. This does have a Jeep safety system, which includes emergency braking, rear cross traffic alert, blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control with distance pacing. So it does have a lot of safety sense, but unfortunately you have to still pay those options. Like I know the Ford, they have it at, it comes standard, but driver's assistance, you have to pay additional charge. So Jeep is still charging you, surprisingly. The steering in here is really good, but I like that it has a nice leather wrap steering. The seats in are really comfortable. They're part of a leather package, which is around $1,400. So honestly, I would recommend getting the leather package. We'll put my foot down here. The 8-speed, it shifts okay. It's not a really good 8-speed automatic. Maybe in other certain Jeep products that I drove, the 8-speed does have a faster response, but in this one, it feels a little sluggish for some reason. I'm not sure why. But the 8-speed is a really good transmission. I think it's made by ZF. But overall, steering feel is really good. It's really playful. I want to say the Gladiator gets offline just fine, but like I mentioned, the 8-speed transmission, to me, it seems a little confused at some points. I'm not sure why it feels like that, but fuel economy is going to be rated at 17 in the city, 22 on the highway, and 19 combined. So to me, I think it has really good fuel economy. But the diesel would be the option that I would get, which is like a $4,000 option plus the $2,000 option for the 8-speed automatic transmission. So that's around like a $6,000 option. But I honestly would get the Eco Diesel because it has a lot of low-end torque, around 442 foot-pounds, but it has a little bit of horsepower, which is at around 260. The Gladiator goes over bumps just fine with these 285 width tires. They're wrapped in a 17-inch rim design. The road here, they're doing a little road construction, so I'm going to test out the suspension really quick. And this does have the Fox shocks, and this road is like scripted up. They scripted, they're going to put down new pavement, and like I mentioned, it goes over the bumps just fine. It just is, honestly, it's just really like cruising along this messed up road. The Fox shocks does play a nice part in this because it has very nice ride control, so it doesn't feel floaty, but it does have a nice ride quality in the Gladiator. I'm gonna do another 0 to 60. This time I'm gonna turn the stability control off. I'm gonna brake torque it. As you guys heard, the tires spent a little bit, but I didn't burn any rubber, but it's not gonna do anything like a Hellcat or anything like that. Overall, I'm really impressed by the driver dynamics of the Gladiator. It cruises along just fine. I hate that Jeep still makes you pay an additional fee for the driver's assistance package, but other than that, I think the Gladiator is a well-rounded pickup truck. So after spending time with the 2020 Jeep Gladiator, my Tesla starts off at $43,875. This does have some optional equipment, and of course, I'm going to read off the Maroni because I'm being a little lazy today. So my Tesla does have some optional equipment, which is the leather seats, like I mentioned, which is about $1,400. The tow package, which is $350. The comfort, the cold weather package, which is $995. The premium LED lighting, which is a part of a $1,000 option. You get the 8.4 Uconnect system, which is $1,600. The Jeep Active Safety Group, which is $895. The Adaptive Cruise, surprisingly Jeep still charge them. Surprised they didn't make it actual standard for the Gladiator, which is $795 for the basically the driver's assistance. And you get is an upcharge of $2,000 for the 8-speed automatic, because Jeep offers a 6-speed manual, just in case the manual lovers still want to actually pick up a pickup truck that offers a 6-speed manual. And there's also the remote start, which is $495. The black Freedom Top 3-piece hard top roof, which is a $1,100 option. You have the body colored fender flares, which is $495. The spray on bed, which is $495. Like I mentioned, I would highly recommend getting the actual spray on bed option, which is really cheap, as $495. Including a destination charge of $1,400. My Tesla stickers for $57,320. That's one of the most expensive pickup trucks you can get. These can top off at $60,000, so that's more expensive than the Ford Ranger, also the Chevy Colorado. Now, I'd like to give a special thanks to Dadeland for providing me with the Jeep Gladiator. If you're in the market for a 2020 Jeep Gladiator, you can come to Dadeland. This is my full review on the 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews, and please keep subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'll catch you all in the next video.